Anthony Furey is a national columnist for Sun Media, joins us now from Toronto. Anthony, is Maxime Bernier a strong contender?
Well, I think he is. He may not seem that way right now, Morella. Polls that my company has done and other polls that look at the support that various possible candidates and declared candidates have place him in this sort of middle pack where people are all getting sort of 6 or 7% support. So he seems a bit of an also-ran, but even in some of those clips you played there, he speaks a little differently than most politicians. He doesn't seem like he's campaigning by focus group. He's what you'd call a conviction politician, meaning he has very firm and interesting things to say that I think people are going to go, well, hang on a second. This guy's a little different than usual, for better or worse, depending on what they think of what he has to say.
Look, after so many years of Stephen Harper, it would be natural for this party now to look for someone different. What would they be looking for?
Well, I think what they're looking for is someone, well, first of all the exit polling showed us that Prime Minister Justin Trudeau didn't so much run on his platform or on his issues, but he won on tone, and he won on the fact that he presented a more positive vision of the country and was a more positive individual himself. It wasn't so much a rejection of particular Conservative Party platforms. And Maxime Bernier is someone who sells his ideals with a lot more positive energy than I think Stephen Harper did throughout his tenure. And that's going to be, I think, a key ingredient in terms of him developing national consensus.
Do you think he is well known, though, outside of Quebec? Obviously well known and liked within that province. What about outside of it?
No, I don't think he's particularly well known at all. So that's the big effort that he has right now, going cross-country and getting his message of, as he says, liberty and personal freedoms and so forth to the whole country and growing that base of support and growing that name recognition, which is why he's the second person to declare his candidacy, because he needs to start early to try and develop that groundswell.
All right, let's talk about who else could be in the race, maybe people who are a little bit well-known and so don't have to do as much groundwork. Who's up, do you think?
Yeah, exactly. Not yesterday, but tomorrow, Michael Chong is believed to be announcing his candidacy. Michael Chong's an Ontario area MP, and like Maxime Bernier, he was a cabinet minister for a bit, but has largely stayed out of being considered a key ingredient of the Harper pack, which is probably a good thing in terms of differentiation right now. And then there are other people who are weighing their options. And Morella, there's events all throughout the country where people are doing these sort of if I run conversations or panels where they're talking about the future of the Conservative Party. And the only people invited are people who we think, yeah, they're likely going to declare. You've got Lisa Raitt in the mix, Tony Clement, Jason Kenney. Doug Ford's name crops up here and there, although that's a little doubtful that he will run. And then you have Kevin O'Leary and Peter MacKay, and those two last people I named are the ones who are doing really well in the polls. They're sort of the two tied neck and neck for preferred choices.
All right, it could be a full slate by the time we get to it next year.
Yeah, I expect there'll be a lot of people, and that's probably what's healthy for the party to have a lot of debate.
All right, Anthony Furey, national columnist with Sun Media, joining us from Toronto. Anthony, thanks.
Thank you.